everybody. This is the Graphic Design Project 3, the Pen Tool Challenge. Let's see what we have in store. Red text means stop. You got to do something. Green text means go. It's time for you to do something. You got to take notes. You got to do stuff. All right. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to get a picture of something. It has to be challenging. You get points based on the challenge, and then you also get bonus points if you take a picture yourself that has great composition. And basically, what we're going to do with these pictures is we're going to trace it. So let's get started. Here's the basics. We're going to make the document here. Okay, so we're going to go File, New, okay, and we're going to call it the Pen Tool Challenge. Okay, and then we're going to save it. Okay, and we're going to make sure that we're going to save it in the right spot. So you got to make sure that when you save this thing that it is in your folder with your name on it, inside the Creative Apps folder, inside the Principles of Design folder, and Creative Apps, Principles of Design, and the Pen Tool Challenge. And you're going to call it the Pen Tool Challenge. Okay? Okay, so the first thing we're going to do after we have got this document saved is we're going to go to the internet and we're going to find a picture that we like. And I want this one. Remember, don't copy this. Click on it. Go here and go copy image, or no, pardon me, save image as, and you're going to save this into your Pen Tool Challenge folder. Okay? All right. So once you have that saved, then we are going to go and we're going to place it in here. So we're going to go File, Place. I'm going to choose that picture. Be patient, don't be in such a hurry. When you get impatient, you only start to worry. Remember. I'm not sure why this is taking a million years, but just be patient. Okay, so we asked it to place. We're going to choose our picture that we just got. We're going to hit place, and there it is. Okay, so we're going to double click on the hand. We're going to see the whole document, and we probably want to hit Shift to constrain the proportions. We'll hit the selection tool, hit Shift to constrain the proportions, and we're going to probably make it as big as we can, or as big as you want it to be. That's about what I want. And then I'm going to click off of it. Okay, the next thing is I'm going to trace this. I'm not going to use it, so I'm going to lock it. Okay, I don't want to mess around with it, so we're going to lock it. We're going to make a new layer, and I'm going to call the new layer, I'm going to call him as body. Okay, and click OK, because I'm going to draw the body of the bird. Okay, so take a look at the next thing on the slideshow. It is, all right, we got this. Is that layer I made is a tracing layer on top, because we don't want to mess with the picture. Okay, all right, next. We have to do a quality tracing. It has to look good, so we have to choose a challenging picture and then do a good job. It's worth a lot of points to do a good job tracing it. Now, one of the things we need to do is choose where to place the anchor points and then test our fill color when we're done. Okay, so let's take a look at this thing and see what I'm talking about. All right, we got to trace this thing, and we can't just start drawing it. We've got to look at it and analyze it first to figure things out. So here's a good starting point right here. That's a good start of the curve. And if you look, I kind of figure here's like the top of the curve. Okay, either here or here. To me, it seems like I'm going to put an anchor point here. This is it's kind of flattens out right here. Okay, it flattens out there, so that would be a good spot for a point. And then there's like a kind of a sharper point, I guess you'd call it. Okay, so probably don't want to put a point there, but I'll wrap around. Okay, so basically here, if we look at it, this is kind of the peak of the curve, I guess. So we probably want to put one halfway here, between here and here, and then the next one here, and I'm kind of sizing it up. The next point will probably go here, and then one here. Okay, so let's see if I'm right or wrong. It's always it's kind of a crapshoot. You can't always get it. So we start off, which direction do I want my line to go? Kind of like this. It's not, if I want it to be real sharp, I'd go there, but it's not real sharp, so I'm going to go like that. Okay, and so we decided the next one's going to go about right there. Okay, and so I drag it and get it looking nice right in the middle. Okay, and then I think the next one should probably go here. Okay, so we drag it until it looks about right. Okay, we're looking good so far. And then the next one is going to go here. Now this next one's not going to look good probably to start off with, but let's see. Yeah. It doesn't look good to start off with, but we'll affect that later. We'll get rid of that little lump. Okay, and then we'll probably finish it right here. Okay. Okay. Now, okay, so we got that. So now look, we're going to change directions. We've got a corner anchor point. So now I press Alt and I say I want my curve to go in this direction. Okay, now this is a tricky one. All right, now you can see that the fill is not helping me much, so I'm going to click on this and get rid of the fill for now. Okay, and you can see I chose yellow as my stroke color because that's easy to see. All right, so I'm thinking this is a tricky one because this is such a drastic change. So I think the next one's probably going to go right here. Okay, just go right there, and then the next one will probably go right there. I could probably do a better job. I could probably move that one. And then the next one will go here. Okay. And, oh, that's all right. Okay, so now what I can do, you can see that's a little lumpier than it needs to be. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and edit individual pieces. So I'm going to click on the direct selection tool, and I can start editing. Like, okay, this probably should go, oops, didn't get it. Grab it. This can go right there. Okay, but other than that, I'm happy. This one is pretty good. Okay, this is pretty good. Actually, if you look at this one, I didn't hit it right in the middle. I can drag that a little bit more. Get it right in the middle. Okay, I'm doing good up until this point. So what I do is I click on here, and it's this handle that's out of control. So we'll drag this handle back to probably there, and then this whole thing, I can drag this whole thing up. Okay, so we're pretty good. Drag this back. Okay. And now we're pretty good. I can probably drag this handle up a little bit. Alright, so we're doing pretty good. Pretty good. Drag that out. Oh, drag it back. Alright, so we're doing good. Now this one is tricky. Let's take a look what we can do with this. I think I need to drag this to more to right there. I'm getting kind of crazy here. I should probably just leave well. You guys get the point, right? You get the point? Okay. You guys get the point. All right, so that's what we do. So we make that, okay? And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to test the fill. So what I'm going to do is I probably want to copy a good color from there. So I'm going to select this color red. I'll probably drag it into my swatches over here, and then it filled it with that color, okay? All right, good. So let's see what's next on the list here. Okay, use the pen tool to make straight line. Here's some things you have to do: straight lines, Bezier curves, and a curve with a corner anchor point. And at some point, we have to add in a basic shape. So let's take a look back and see what we can do. All right. So looking at this thing, I'm gonna actually. It's good to test the fill color. Okay, but sometimes it's annoying. So I'm gonna put the black back there. For the stroke, I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to draw the tail. I'm going to put the tail on a new layer. Okay, and I'll lock the body layer because I'm not playing with that anymore, and I'm going to call this the tail. In this case, this tail actually would be better off drawn with the pen tool, but just to show you, I'm going to use the Bezier. It'd be better drawn with the Bezier curve, but I'm going to draw it with straight lines. So, okay, so click, click, click. Click. Drawing the tail with straight lines using the pen tool. Okay, and we click, and then we always finish our paths, close it, and then I'll give it a nice green color so that you can see that I did it. Okay, so at this point, let's take a look at what we've done. So we use straight lines. Now, a Bezier curve and a curve with a corner anchor point. We've already done that, but let me describe to you what we did. Okay, if you look at this curve right here, it's a Bezier curve. Why is it a Bezier curve? Because it has these anchor points that are editable. You can edit the curves with these handles. That makes it a Bezier curve. All right, so pretty much any curve you draw in Illustrator is going to be a Bezier curve. Now the corner anchor point, we achieved that right here. Okay, so it's smooth, 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 and then right now here we have this corner anchor point. So you have to choose a picture that has one of those. Okay, in order to get, I won't give you points without that. Okay, all right, let's turn this back on, and then finally, we have to use a basic shape. Okay, so what I would do for the basic shape is, on this one, I would make a new layer. I'm going to do the eyeball as a basic shape. And the way we would do that is we could use this tool. We draw the eyeball. Something to that effect. Okay, except for we need to get rid of that part. Let's give it. Nah, we're good right now. Okay, so then we're gonna draw another one. This is the part we need to get rid of. So we're gonna scooch it over here. Okay, so I'm gonna click on this, and I'm gonna hit Shift. I'm gonna click on this, and I'm gonna go to Window. I'm gonna go to Pathfinder, and I'm gonna go to Subtract. Okay, and when I fill this now, I'm gonna go ahead and fill it with white. You can see that it did just this part. Now we're gonna do the same thing with this piece. So I'll just use the pen tool. I'm gonna go click, 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 click. There's the eyebrow, and so I'm gonna hit Shift and select this, and I'm gonna subtract again. Okay, and so you can see we have made a nice eyeball. Okay, so we've got basic shapes in there. Let's keep looking. What's next? And that was it for day one. Okay, please do that, and we'll do a little bit more tomorrow.